So today might end up being a rant. Please bear with me. So I had an interaction with a seller. Someone was trying to sell me a service. They contacted me via WhatsApp. They let me know who they were. They told me what it is that they offer. And I was kind of like, yeah, okay, tell me more. They explained things to me, but I got an opportunity to see things from the other side because I'm usually the one who's selling stuff. So today I want to cover 4 things that you should do if you're trying to sell something, whether it be a product or a service. Okay, so the first thing is don't be a nuisance. This person contacted me at the wrong time. I think it was either super late or it was on the wrong day. But I remember I was on holiday at the time. So I was like, just give me some time to answer. They were impatient. They were like, let me phone you. Can I phone you? They tried to phone me. So if you have a service, not everybody wants what you have. When I'm pushing my services, it's music production, it's mixing and mastering, and it's voiceover services. That's the core of what I offer. There are other offshoots from there, but that's the main stuff that I offer. I know that not everybody wants what I am giving out. Actually, that's why I don't do a lot of outreach, because I don't like disturbing people, right? But obviously, if you're trying to build a business, you have to sell. So don't be a nuisance. Respect another person's time. When you contact them, don't send them a message and then phone them and then email them and then DM them, and it doesn't help. It doesn't make you look better. It's the same as when people try and they phone you and then there's times I've picked up my phone and I see that there's 7 missed calls. I'm like, what was this person trying to do? And I call them back and it's a client of mine who's asking a very simple question, or it's someone who's trying to sell something and they're like, actually, I just wanted to get in touch with you to try and sell you something. You don't leave 7 missed calls for anybody for that. That's like family emergency level missed calls. Don't disturb people. I was just so disturbed, it annoyed me so much. Second point, be understanding. You have to put yourself in the other person's shoes. How do you feel on a Friday night? Do you want to be sold to? Maybe, maybe not. I know how I feel, and there's certain times in the day I don't want to be bothered. And if I express that I don't want to be bothered during that time, especially, it doesn't help your cause to tell me how well something is gonna go for me. Don't tell me, don't make me feel bad for not wanting to take your call that I didn't want in the first place. That's how this person made me feel. They effectively were on some, look, I can do an amazing job for you. I'm like, that's besides the point. We haven't gotten to the part where you're selling to me. I don't like the approach that you've used. Therefore, I don't really want to work with you, because if you're going to behave like this now, you're going to behave like this later down the line. Think about what your client might be thinking of you. You don't want to just try and secure the bag, try and secure the sale. There's a time and there's a place for that. But you want to try and build some kind of relationship with this person so that when you people are actually working, things work out well. I've got freelancers that work for me doing particular things. And look, there are times when I know that they're unhappy with the way that I've decided to do something or to run something. But one thing I don't want to be to them is what I mentioned in number 1, which is being an absolute nuisance. So I try as far as I can, with reason, to put myself in their shoes. The third thing is, if that person that you're trying to sell to has had work with other people, don't bash their work. Let me give you an example. I often get people coming to me saying, look, I've had this track mixed 6 or 7 times. They're all sounding garbage, and that's why I'm here with you today. Obviously, you want to say something along the lines of, yeah, no, I'll do a good job for you, and I'll make sure that it's a better job than what you received before. You don't know what's going on, and I actually tend to not take those jobs. I don't respond like that, by the way. What I ask them is, you've gotten it done 6 times. What about those 6 times do you not like? Some 6 different people have done a mix on this track. What don't you like about what they did? They'll then proceed to tell you exactly what they don't like. They'll say, this one did this, the other one did that, the other one did this. Sometimes, and this has happened to me before, a person says, I'm actually okay with the mix that came from the other person. I just wanted it louder. At that point, I tell them, look, rather go back to them. Don't spend extra money with me. Go back to them. Get them to make it louder if you need it louder. If they aren't able to, by all means, come back to me. I've already shown them that I've taken into consideration where they've come from, what they've done already, and now that they're here with me, it's a little bit different, right? They're gonna get a different service, but I'm also treating them different. You want to be respectful for the people who were there prior to you giving that service to your potential client. And then the last point, you have to become a guide. You have to guide the potential client, and the best thing that you can do is do a verbal dry run. What that is to say, if someone's like, yo, I need voiceover service, how does it work? Or I need a beat, what can I do? Don't just say, go to my website, all the instructions are there. You're not going to make the sale. I promise you, if you do make the sale, you're lucky. You want to say, okay, what is it that you require, right? And it seems annoying and it seems unnecessary, but it's important. What do you require? Go through them and say, okay, this is what typically happens. People that typically contact me ask for this. We then speak through this. I then get a script from them. I ask them for the type of mood that they want. And then from there, they let me know, any other things that I might need to know. And then from there, I get to work. It takes me 24 hours. And because your script is this long, I require this much money. If you need it for this type of usage, this is what it's going to cost. Once you get it back, you'll get a chance to do 2 revisions. After those 2 revisions, you're done with the project. You've given them a dry run from beginning to end, and now they understand exactly what to expect. They are more likely to buy from you. So don't be a nuisance, be a nice person, and you will get a lot more clients. Peace.